What a story. His eyes weren't asking for help anymore. He was just waiting for the end. Today, it's hard for me to write because there are things a person never expects to see. I was walking down an ordinary street in the city, in a hurry, lost in my thoughts, when something made me stop. It wasn't a sound. It was an image. From afar, I saw something that my heart refused to accept. A little dog, on a rooftop, alone, forgotten, in such a terrible state that he looked like a breeze with legs. He was a Labrador mix, but his body was just bones wrapped in a bit of dirty skin. He was so thin his ribs seemed to be pushing out of his body. He was trembling. He couldn't even stand. His legs, fragile like dry twigs, looked ready to give way. But what truly broke me were his eyes. Those little eyes weren't begging. Not anymore. They no longer had the strength to ask for help. They were just waiting for the end. I don't know how I managed to walk up to the house. I just know I got there and started knocking. Once, twice, 3 times. No one answered. I knocked harder. In desperation, I shouted, "How could anyone do this to such an innocent soul?" After what felt like forever, someone opened the door. I asked, begged, pleaded to please let the dog come down, that his life was in danger. But I was met with a wall of coldness. They said it was their dog and that he was fine up there. He's used to it, they told me. Used to what? To starving? To being ignored? To suffering in silence? I left with my soul burning, but I didn't give up. I went to the police. I told them everything crying. We went back together, and under pressure, with no more excuses, they agreed to hand him over. I held him in my arms, light as a feather. He was afraid, but couldn't even tremble. We rushed him to the vet. The diagnosis was brutal. Severe malnutrition, dehydration, parasites, anemia. He was on the edge of collapse. But the worst wasn't his body. It was his heart. That little heart that had learned life hurts. And right then and there, I made a decision. I would never let him be alone again. Today, that little dog has a name. His name is Luz, light, because despite all the darkness he lived through, he still shines. He lives with me now, sleeps in a warm bed, eats 3 meals a day, has toys, cuddles, and most importantly, he has love. The love he always deserved. I know there are thousands of Luz out there, and this story isn't about me. It's about them. If one day you see something wrong, don't ignore it.